What's up, YouTube? In this video, it is my goal to convince you that you do not need a business plan for your recruiting agency. What's going on, YouTube? Of course, it is Ben Nader. I want to thank all of you loyal subscribers. If you are brand new to my channel, I talk a lot about recruiting, entrepreneurship, business in general. If you happen to enjoy that content, you should definitely consider becoming a subscriber and hitting that red subscribe button down below. So here I am today with a really unpopular opinion, which is that you don't need a business plan for your recruiting agency. And I already know that there's going to be tons and tons of unpopular, opposing views that are in the comments. So I welcome all of those opposing views because I'm all about dynamic conversation and hearing other sides of the argument. So tell me exactly why you think that you would need one in the comments and let me know. I'd also like to preface this video by letting you know I'm only talking about recruiting and staffing. I am not talking about any other business space except for what I do, which is recruiting. And that is vastly different than other spaces where you may need a business plan for other various reasons. But I'm talking about recruiting, which you most definitely do not. So my number one reason that you don't need a business plan for your recruiting agency is that it's simply outdated. It's a relic of the past. Now, I know, you've heard it about a billion times from grandpa or parents or business advisors or whomever that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, or a goal without a plan is just a wish. So listen, these are just things that people say when they want to sound smart, but they don't actually have any relevant advice to give you on your specific business because they haven't done it before and they have no idea what you're endeavoring on. Actually, to expound upon that, a lot of people have no idea what you're endeavoring upon. You're an entrepreneur, also considered a pioneer in some senses. So you need to not listen to a lot of people, not only when it comes to business plans, but a lot of things. Guess what? People have told me the same exact things. People have told me very similar things. I've not listened to any of it. I focused on my own intellect, my own intuition, and my own planning. And with that being said, I've been successful. And I don't care about any of those things that people say, and I really don't think that you should either. My number two reason for not creating a business plan when you start your recruiting agency is that it's just gonna slow you down. Entrepreneurs are doers. They're action takers. They execute. They don't sit around and brainstorm. They don't write things up. They don't worry about all the fine details. They do. They execute all the time. That's how they get things done. A business plan, by basic definition, is a long sequence of events that are going to occur throughout the lifetime of your business, and actions and items and details and tasks that are just meaningless and useless that you already know you're going to execute upon. My basic takeaway from that is that, my friend, you simply need to execute. You don't need to write down what you're going to execute on. If you decide to sit down and brainstorm and add things and change things and edit things and write out every single action item in lockstep, there are problems that can happen. You can get way bogged down with the entire business. Or worse, you could actually lose your gusto and your vision for what you're about to do. And that could truly affect your motivation. And that's really, really not good. So number three for not writing a business plan for your recruiting agency. You literally can't write a business plan for a recruiting agency. So think about it like this. Let's say that your business is sales and you have widgets and you want to sell those widgets, whether it's on e-commerce or just brick and mortar or whatever. And your business is just selling widgets and making a profit margin. What sort of business plan is relevant to selling those widgets? All you have to do is sell the widgets. My point there being is that you can't write a business plan on that type of business. And recruiting is almost identical. You have to find clients, you have to get candidates for those clients, and then you get paid, and that's it. What sort of business plan element are you going to write out on a big, long schema of paper that's going to help you or benefit you in any way rather than distract you from action taking and executing on recruiting. First off, if you can create some elaborate business plan on how to get clients, get candidates, get paid, then first off, I just applaud you for wasting an enormous amount of time that you could have spent taking action on LinkedIn, searching, prospecting, taking action, executing, working on your client lists, working on your candidate lists, looking at niches, finding new markets, all types of things that you could be doing rather than thinking and writing. I mean, if you literally do need a business plan to execute on the steps it takes to create a recruiting agency and actually get your first client, second client, third, fourth, and go on and on and on, then you might not actually be cut out for the business of recruiting. All right, number 4 on why you shouldn't create a business plan. You may actually distract yourself from your business in the first place. So listen, there's a few things at startup phase that you definitely need to execute upon, and that is mainly generating clients. In recruiting, resourcefulness wins over resources. So when I say generating clients, okay, how do you do that? What you do next is you find software or tools that help you with that. Things like Lead Leaper, Swordfish, Zoom Info, whatever it might be to actually get you those clients. Once you actually find that client data and start your outreach, email campaigns, sequences, things like that, if you don't know how to just get in the spin with all of that stuff, you're definitely not already cut out for the business if you're not learning it from someone else. But you don't need a business plan to tell you get clients by buying software, by figuring out how to find lead information, by then figuring out how to contact them via email or phone. It's just not going to help you. It'll only distract you from the actual execution of the process. I mean, honestly, you could start second guessing yourself, second guessing the entire business, losing your motivation, your mojo. Everything could be thrown off if you're trying to focus on a business plan rather than just executing, getting some wins. Having a business plan for your recruiting agency is like having a really lame mentor that you yourself created. Let's be honest, it's not going to give you any dynamic feedback to help you. It's not going to point you in the right direction when you get off direction, and it's not going to help you in any tangible way. If you really want a business plan, I'll give it to you right here, right now. You're going to do X, Y, Z, and you're going to do it by using A, B, C. That means getting clients by using tools, and then finding candidates by also using tools, and then collecting a paycheck at the end of the day. Any type of formal business plan isn't going to add to that sequence whatsoever. So it's essentially completely meaningless, therefore a huge waste of time, and definitely not something you should focus on or listen to anybody from the outside on about creating a business plan, because it's going to help you in the long run, it's going to keep you on track, blah, 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 blah. Keep the noise out. Execute, take action, and you'll do great. The only caveat I could say is a business plan is required when you want to present your business to a bank or any other lender because they want to see what you're actually going to do in your business and whether it's a crap business or not, so that whether or not they give you the loan or not. That's when a business plan is actually required. That's a bunch of paperwork, a bunch of detail to show them that you're actually going to be profitable. As a startup recruiter looking for a niche like IT managers, you don't need a business plan. One of the biggest things I try to promote on my channel about recruiting, especially for startup recruiters, is simple execution and action taking, and simplifying that entire process into just doing. Now, when you're given the choice of thinking about something and planning it or doing, always choose doing. You're going to get more done, by definition. All right, guys, so let me give you a quick little recap. Business plans are old school, they're from the past, and they're not necessary now. I understand. Unpopular opinion, take it or leave it. When you're starting a recruiting agency, a business plan is only going to slow you down and bog down your process. Don't worry about it, it's unnecessary. Business plans are not even applicable to recruiting agencies because the way recruiting agencies operate. You will most likely end up distracting yourself by trying to follow a business plan that you've written out and lose your mojo, lose your motivation, and that is not good. Hey guys, I hope this video was beneficial to some of you, if not all of you. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button as well as hit that subscribe button and the alert button so that you know every single time I come out with a new video. And until then.